I am live. Hey guys, let me just make sure I am live. Hello, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, just checking. This is my first time doing a live stream from YouTube. So just wanted to make sure. Okay. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can type in the chat. And we'll get started shortly. Just waiting for people to hop on. I'm excited. I'm excited to share my latest manifestation with you guys. So, but I wanted to begin by first, let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. Okay. So, first of all, I want to say thank you for all of you guys who have subscribed to my channel and have been maybe watching the videos or commenting. So it's been almost a year, not yet, almost maybe like 9 months since I started this channel, and it's been quite interesting ride, to say the least. And the reason why I wanted to do this YouTube channel was actually to share my learnings and my teachings and about manifestations, about mindset, about wealth and money. So, yeah, for those of you, maybe you're new to my channel or maybe you've been tuning in for a long time. My name is Amy Lynn and I'm a wealth mindset coach. And right now I'm tuning in from Dubai. Let me know where you're tuning in from. So right now is for me is 7 p.m. at night, and I know some of you are from the US, so maybe it's in the morning for you, and then if you're in Europe, I think it's in the afternoon. So yeah, just waiting for more people to hop on. And let me know. So how the schedule is gonna go with today's live is I'm actually gonna share my latest manifestations that I'm really really excited to share with you guys. I was thinking, instead of doing like a regular video, like what I've done weekly, I wanted to just change the format a little bit and also wanted to get to know you guys a little bit. So let me know where you're tuning in from. And then towards the end, I'm going to actually break it down for you. I came up with actually 6 steps on how you can manifest pretty much anything you want. Okay. And then towards the end, if anyone has any questions, then this is when I will answer the questions. Okay. So why don't we get started? Because I have a lot to cover. I'm very excited. So thank you for tuning in, being here, or watching the replay. So um, that's let me share. So I kind of put a little bit teaser, a little bit, not exactly about my latest manifestation, but um, so let me just back up. Okay, so a lot of people know me in the coaching space. So I am a coach. At the same time, I've been investing. So if you know my story, before I became a coach, I was actually a real estate agent in California, in the US. And because I was a real estate agent, I was also investing in real estate, right? So meaning buying and selling, and then we're buying and fix it up and then sell it for a profit. Okay. So that was the only form of investment, if you will, that I was involved in. Okay. So my goal had always been wanting to invest, right? So if you know anything about creating wealth creation, um, you're not going to create wealth by working, right? So if you remember, if you catch I did a video on how I turn my annual income of 6 figure into my monthly income, okay, of 6 figure. So I was earning 100K at the time, and during when I was in real estate, right? 100K, 6 figure in a year. And then after I heard the concept with my mentor Bob Proctor, again, I did a video on that, where that was the first time I actually heard about the term turning your annual income into your monthly income. Right? Prior to that, I've never heard about it. So, and when I heard that, because I was already earning 100K in a year, so I was doing the math. I'm like, okay, so if I'm turning 100K a year into 100K month, that means 100K a month. If I do it consistently for 12 months, that means I'll make 1.2 million, right? So I become a millionaire. So at the time, it was so hard to grasp, right? So mind you, I was, working in real estate. So let me know where you guys are turning in from. I know some people are hopping on. And I just wanted to, before I share my latest manifestation, I wanted just to share with you a little background story of where it came about. Okay. And then towards the end, I'm going to share with you 6 steps on what you can do to manifest anything you want. Okay. So, and like me sharing my manifestation is really with the hope to inspire you that truly anything is possible. That's why, make sure you stay till the end, because I really want to share with you my manifestation. And then at the end, I will be open to doing like a Q&A. You can ask me anything about my story, my transformation, anything around manifestation, mindset, money, wealth, anything. Okay. So as I was saying, that when I was in the States, I was actually already a real estate agent. So the idea of when Bob shared about how turning your annual income into your monthly income, and that's when I also learned from Bob the 3 types of earning strategies. Okay, so again, I did a video on that. I don't want to go into it today, but basically there are 3 types of earning money. Number 1 is using your time to earn money, right? Which is 96% of the population are in that category, right? So I was in that category too. And it's one of the worst ways to earn money. Why? Because you're going to run out of time. You see? So, like I said, if you're thinking about building wealth, you're thinking about having financial freedom, there's got to be a different way for you to build wealth. Okay. And it's not through working. Okay. Because you only have, so many hours in a day. Okay. So that's number 1. So that's the type 1 strategy on how to earn money. So then you want to go to the type 2. The type 2, it's called M2. The M2 way of earning money is using investment to earn money. Okay. So let me know in the chat. You can type in the comment section. Do you have any investments currently? Okay. Or if you would like to. Okay. So this is, again, when I learn about the second step, I'm like, okay, so I want to use my money, right? So investment is using your money to earn money for you. Okay. So in a way, people call it passive income, right? Rather than your actively earned income. Okay. So that's type 2. Okay. So it's important that you also have investments. Okay. So, and I think, you've heard about the quote by Warren Buffett, right? If you don't find a way to earn money while you're sleeping, you're going to earn money until you die, right? Basically. So you got to find different ways of generating wealth. Okay. So that's M2. That's the second way of earning money. Okay. Now, the last way of earning money is called M3. And this is only 1%. Okay. 1% of the population is in this category, right? Hence, only 1% of, the population is, on the top, right? The wealthy people. So, and this type of method of earning money is called MSI, which stands for multiple sources of income. Okay. So this is having different ways of earning income. And again, it's about passive income. Okay. So it's not you actually doing it. Okay. And this is actually you do it once and then money start coming in all the time. Okay. So an example of that would be patent, right? If you created something and you're earning royalty, for example, or like writing a book or creating an app, right? So you create it once and then every month there's a passive income coming in. Okay. So those are the three types of money earning strategies. And what I wanted to focus on is actually M2, which is the investment. Okay. So because I was already doing investing in real estate, but that was the only type of investment that I was in. Okay. So I don't like stocks. I know some of my friends actually invest in stocks and I just don't like looking at charts. Okay. That's just not me. So then, so I made a decision. Okay. So this is, of course, while learning and, being a coach and learning from Bob Proctor about the material, about manifestation and things like that. So what I did was first, I wanted to become an angel investor. Okay. So I don't know what that looks like, but I like the idea of money working for me. Okay. Let me know if you do like money working for you. Okay. So you can type in PSI, like passive, not PSI, multiple source of income, multiple sources of income. So if you like that, let me know in the chat. Okay. So that's what happened. Okay. So first thing was I started to um, affirm. So number one, I made a decision. I want to become an angel investor. I want to have more investments than just real estate. Okay. And but what does that look like? I don't know. Right. I just know that, okay, I know real estate. I don't like stocks. So, but any other type of investments, I'm open to it. Okay. So that's what I did. So first of all, I decide. Second, I started to affirm that I am a successful angel investor. Okay. And all my investments 10x ROI. Okay. So as an investor, what's an ROI? ROI is return on investment. Okay. So if you're an investor, you want to make sure your investments give you 10x return or 100x, right? Even better. Okay. So, but this is what I was affirming, that I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm an angel investors and all my investments 10x. Okay. So there you go. So that was my affirmation. So, and then guess what happened? As I started to affirm over and over and over again, I started to be on that frequency. Okay. So I'm going to break it down for you step by step of what I did and what you can do. Okay. But I'll share a little bit, right? So number one is deciding that that's what I want, becoming an angel investor. I don't know how. Okay. I don't even know what. Okay. Second is I start affirming, right? So this is the thing is that once you have a goal, and you start to affirm it. So what's the point of affirming it is so that I'm staying focused on that. Oh, this is what I want. This is what I want to go, what I want and where I want to go to. Okay. So I was affirming that I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm an angel investors and all my investments 10x. Okay. So that's what I was affirming. And soon after, I don't know the time frame, what came after. I started to attract opportunities. Okay. So number three, part three is I started to attract opportunities, investment opportunities to me. Okay. So let me just share with you what I have manifested after that. So number one, I've manifested investing in NFT. Okay. So if you don't know what NFT is, you are out of the, I don't know, it's been out for a long time, right? So NFT is basically non negotiable. No, I forgot what it stands for, but basically NFT is like a image, right? A picture that you buy on a platform called OpenSea, for example, and then it comes with different benefits, perks. Okay. But at a price where you you invest with crypto. Okay, so I started doing that. So I was actually one of uh, the crypto, the NFT model. Okay, so I actually have my NFT. You can actually buy me on OpenSea. Okay, under this project called Women Unite. Okay, so anyway, so I started to invest in NFT. Okay, and I knew nothing about NFT, nothing. But I thought, okay, at least that sounds interesting. Okay, at least I'm looking at images, and then you click and you buy, you sell, you kind of flip. All right. So you buy an image and then you hold it. And then when the market goes up, you can also sell it. Okay. So that's the first investment that I started to attract. Okay. So NFT, crypto. Okay. Let me know if you know, in the chat that you also invest in crypto. Okay. That's number one. Second thing, what I started to attract, an opportunity came to me. Okay. To invest in a startup company, which is selling energy drinks. Okay. So when it came to me, when the opportunity presented itself to me, I'm like, I don't even know what to look for, right? So like I said, I was not a seasoned angel investor at all. Okay. So I didn't know what to look for, even though the opportunity presented itself. However, I listened to my intuition. Okay, so this is something that, you know, like I hope it's also a lesson for you guys, is that um, your intuition will always guide you. Okay, but okay, there's a big but okay, immediately your fear will start to come in and will start to start to have the inner chatter, like, oh, what if it doesn't work out? What if you lose all your money, right? Who's gonna do this? And you've never done this, and blah blah blah. Okay, so your intuition will feel it first, and immediately your fear will take over. Okay, so you need to understand that, because what happens is a lot of people start to feel and they start overthinking, and they're like, oh, no, it doesn't feel right. Okay, the reason why it doesn't feel right is because your inner chatter took over, the fear took over your intuition. Okay, so when you are, and intuition is something everyone has, right? So intuition is like when you go down like a dark alley, like there's just something like, you just don't feel right, right? So that's the intuition. Okay, so your intuition will never guide you wrong, never. Okay, so with that being said, that was the first startup company that I invested in. And yeah, if you ask me, did I check the numbers? Yeah, I did. I did some homework, sure, but honestly, how I decided to invest in that was actually my intuition. Okay, and that was actually, hey, Edwina, hello, hi. Uh, you are right on time. I mean, I was just starting to share my journey, my manifestation. I haven't shared it yet. Okay. I just wanted to share with you the backstory. Okay. So, if you're just hopping on, I'm just sharing the fact that I wanted to become an investor. Okay. So, and so I started to affirming that I'm an investor, and I started to attract different opportunities to me. Okay. So the first one I attracted to me was an NFT project. Okay. That's number one. The second one was a energy drink. Okay. So I was a angel investor that to invest in this startup energy drink. Okay. That's number two. Okay. Number three, real estate. So like I said, I was already investing in real estate. So that was not something new for me. Okay, so that's number three type of investment that I was doing. Number four, I started to do private money investment. Okay, so what is private money? Private money is basically you put a chunk of your money, and it's kind of like syndication, where everybody put the money together, and then you get a return, like a quarterly distribution. Okay, so I started to do that. Right? So you see, after I started affirming that I'm an investor, I started to attract different opportunities to me. Okay. So private money was another one, which my money was working for me. Okay. So that's four. So four type of investment. Number five, I got into Amazon automation. Okay, I don't know if you have ever heard about Amazon automation. It's basically you sell products on Amazon, on Shopify, and things like that, and then you get a return. Okay, so I got into that Amazon automation. Okay, so number 5. Number 6, the sixth investment opportunity I attracted to me was Forex. Okay. So, if you ask me like, hey, Amy, you're going to get into, crypto and Forex, and I'll tell you like, what? Like, I have no clue what those are. Like, those just sound so like, I don't know, far-fetched. Okay. But I did. Okay. So that number 5, I got into crypto investment. Okay. Number 6, okay, which is relating to leading up to, right, my latest manifestation is another opportunity of investment came to me, which is investing in film production. Okay, investing in movies. Okay, so there you have it. I had seven different investment opportunities that came to me. Okay, you see, when I started affirming that I am a angel investor and all my investment 10x ROI, I only had maybe one investment at the time, which is real estate. Okay. But I knew I wanted to be a more of an angel investor. Okay. So I was open to other opportunities. You see? So you see, I was open. And then throughout the, I don't know, 3-4 years, okay, I've attracted 7 different, okay, investments. Okay. So remember I share, like, if you want to become wealthy, like, let me know if you want to build wealth. Okay. Let me know, type in the chat, build, you can just say wealth. Okay. If you want to build wealth, again, you got to let your money to work for you. Okay. So investment is a big key. Yay. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Wealth. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So I have 7 different investments. Okay. And I am not like savvy in all of them. Okay. Meaning like, oh, I know the ins and outs. No, I had no clue. That's why it's an angel investor. Okay. As an angel investor is that you just put in the money. And then when the project or when the company makes money, then you get your profit. Okay, so that's how it works. So you don't need to know the ins and outs of the company or the business of how it works. No, of course, you need to do your due diligence, right? And listen to your intuition, see if it resonates with you. Okay, and then you move forward and take action. Okay, so those are my seven different ones. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it again. Number 1 was NFT, so crypto. Number 2 was startup business. Number 3 was real estate investing. Number 4 was private money. Number 5 was Forex. Number 6, Amazon automation. Number 7, lastly, movies, right? Film production. Okay, so those are the 7 investment opportunities that I have attracted ever since I started affirming. Okay, so hopefully that gives you guys some inspiration of, why affirmation work. Okay, all right. So, before I share my latest manifestation, I just wanted to share. Okay, so which one do I want to share first? Let me share the mindset. How about that? Right, I know mindset is important. Mindset is everything. I mean, that's what I talk about in my channel. Okay, but let's talk about the mindset as an investor. Okay, let me know in the chat if you are an investor, you've invested. Okay, love to hear. So what do you think is the mindset of an investor? What do you think? Do you think that because I invested it in 7 different investments, all my investments made a lot of money? Do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think like all the investments you make are all gonna earn money, like all gonna have 10x ROI? No. Right? I know that's what we want. Yes. Okay, but not all, right? So that's the thing. It's a investment. It's about risks, right? It is. Okay? So the less risk, the less reward. The more higher the risk, higher reward, right? That's just same thing with life. Okay, that's just how it is. So if you are thinking of investing, or if you are already an investor, one of the main thing about having the right mindset is, okay, you do not become attached to the outcome. Okay, so again, of course, all of us, like the goal is to earn money, right? Of course, okay, but it doesn't always turn out that way, right? And just like with life, right? Just because every day, like it doesn't mean that every day is gonna be rainbow and sunshine. Every day is, happy. No, it's not. Okay, so you just that's just how life is. Okay, so as an investor, it's very important that even maybe one of your investments didn't pay off. Okay, like it does not affect you. Okay, and it does not affect your mindset and therefore affect your other investments. I'll give you an example. So remember I mentioned about one of my investments is the Amazon automation. Okay. So that one, I invested, I think, $25,000 USD. Okay. $25,000 to this company that was well known and, having like real, I did my research and things like that. Right. Guess what? A year later, it turns out that it's fraud. So it's actually a Ponzi scheme. Okay, it's still under investigation right now. Actually, right now as we speak. Okay, so the money is gone. Nothing. I didn't get anything. Nothing at all. Right. So, of course, like money is out. Okay, but then that's why what I was sharing is that the mindset. Okay, so if I was someone who really didn't have the right mindset, I would have been scared. I'm like, okay, like because that happened, like I don't think I'm gonna invest in other investments, right? No, that's not the mindset of an investor. Okay, is the investor is okay if this didn't work out, okay, or something happened, okay, that's fine. Let's so what, right? It's like it's how you look at failures, if you will. Okay, it's no big deal. Okay, so because that happened, it didn't stop me from continue to invest in other things. Okay, so that's why having very very important is the mindset. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. And then now let's get into it. Like now I really want to share with you my latest manifestation. Okay, so remember the last uh opportunity I attracted is actually movies, in the movie production. Okay, so one of my very good friend, and she was my mentor. Maybe I mentioned about her if been watching my video. Her name is Didi Wong, and she's a mentor of mine. She was actually my speaking coach when I wanted to become a speaker, and later on she became a very good friend of mine. So she herself, she's an angel investor, right? So she invests in a lot of things. So I kind of just look up to her, right? Because that's the path I want to go to. Okay. So one day she reached out to me and she asked me, "Hey Amy, like, do you want to invest in movies?" Right? And then my mind is like, in movies, like, how does that work? Like, I've never imagined myself to invest in movies. Okay, never. Okay, the only thing I said was, I'm open and I'm an angel investor, so I'm open to opportunities. So when the opportunity came to me, I was like, okay, like that's interesting. I never thought about it, but I'm open. So what does that look like, right? So basically, with the movies, I mean, there's different type of movie film productions, where you invest in a portion of the investment to help the director, if you will, to write the script and then find and start shooting. Okay, so I said yes. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you. Okay, when the opportunity presented itself to me, okay, about investing in the movie, I didn't have $50,000 just laying in my bank. I don't, because for me, my money is always working for me, right? So my money was already in the other investments, right? So I didn't have 50K sitting in my bank. No. Okay. To me, that's a waste of like waste of how you use your money. Okay. That's just me. So then I'm like, okay, but I don't have 50K laying around to invest. Okay. But see, this is what I've learned, and this is what I want to share with you. Okay. You don't need the money. Okay. I know if you're just first time hearing this, you're like, what do you mean you don't need money? You need money to buy things. You need money to invest. You need money, yes, but you don't need to worry about the money until you make a decision. Okay. And, again, if you've been following my channel and you watch my other videos, I've shared about the importance of making a decision. Okay. This is one of the top 3 lessons that I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor. Okay. Is the power of decision making. Okay. You may not really grasp how important it is. That's why I wanted to really share with you and break it down for you. Okay. What happens when you make a decision? First of all, okay, we don't know how to make decisions. Okay. That's first thing. Okay. So I would like you to start learning how to make decisions. Okay. Because when I learned it, things start to shift for me completely. Okay. So let me tell you how to make decisions, how most people make decisions. And this is how I used to make decisions. Okay. So most people, how they make decision is, okay, if I want to go on this vacation, first thing is they look at their bank account. Do I have money in my bank, okay, to go on this trip, right? Second thing is they said, okay, do I have the vacation times? Can I get time off from work, right? Do I have nanny? Like, for example, if you have kids, do I have the resources to help me? If yes, if I have everything set up for me, then yes, I will go. Okay. You see how this you make decision is based on the circumstances. Okay. This is how you make decision based on your circumstances. Okay. This is the wrong way of making decisions. Okay. What the right way of making decision is, number 1, you want to ask yourself, do I want it? That's it. Okay. So for example, you want to go on this vacation. The only thing you need to ask yourself is, do I want it? Okay. If the answer is yes, then book the trip. That's it. Okay. You don't need to check the money in the bank. You don't need to check the time. You don't need to check if you have vacation, nothing. You don't. Okay. I know it sounds so illogical. I know. Okay. But this is how you have a quantum leap. That's what I'm trying to share with you. Okay. Because what happens when you make a decision, guys, is you flip yourself onto the frequency of what you want. Okay. Let me just show you. So most of the time you're here. Okay. So let's just say that there's different frequencies. Okay. So most of the time you're here. Okay. So right now you're like, okay, I want to go on vacation. Okay. So it's right here. This is right here. Okay. And then you're down here trying to look for the resources. You're not going to find it, right? Because it's not on the same frequency. Do you see this? You're totally on a different level. Okay. So then the first step you want to do is, okay, do I want this? Whatever it is. Okay. So for me, it was, investing in that movie. Okay. And I needed to come up with 50K. Just so you know. Okay. $50,000 to invest in the movie. Okay. So then, because I know how to make decisions. So I'm like, okay, I look at my current circumstances. I don't have 50K laying around. I don't. Right. So then I know, okay, I know how this works. Right. I've done this. Okay. Do I want it? Do I want to invest in this movie? Do I resonate? Yes. Okay. I want to. All right. Then I made the decision. And immediately, okay, watch. Immediately when I made the decision, I flipped myself on the frequency of my goal, which is 50K of investing in that movie. Okay. And then guess what? As soon as I made that decision, okay, your mind will start to think about ways on how you can attract the money, right? And that's exactly what happened. After I made the decision, I said, yes, I'm all in. Okay. I think I had to come up with the money, I think, in a month, right? And in a month, I attracted all the money, 50K in a month. Let me know if this is something that you find helpful or you would like. Okay, because this is what I'm sharing with you is life example of how manifestation works and how you can do the same. Okay, again, like I'm no different from you, right? Like it's not like I'm a magician and money just comes. No, but I know how to manifest things, right? So that's why I'm sharing with you. Okay, so let me know if that makes sense. And again, I will, answer any questions at the end. Okay, so now I just want to take you through the process. Okay, so after I made the decision, I attracted the money. Okay, next thing I want to share with you is when you attract the opportunities, or when you attract your soulmate, or when you attract, whatever it is that you want. Okay, when you attract it, the next thing what you need to do is take action, right? So for me is, okay, I want this, I want to invest in this movie. Okay, now I made a decision. Now I, attracted the money. What's next? Well, I now is actually gonna invest, right? I actually gonna take the $50,000 I had and invest and money transfer, okay, to this production. So when you do this, if you have never done this, okay, your inner chatter is gonna come up, right? It's always, just know that every time when you go out to do something you've never done before, your mind is gonna try to protect you. Okay, so it's gonna say things like, "What if it doesn't go? It doesn't pay off? What if things go wrong? What if you never see your money again? What if blah blah blah?" You're not an investor, like you're a coach. What are you doing? Right? Like, do you see this? I have the same inner chatter as any of you. Okay, so and what I'm trying to share with you is that it's normal. It's completely normal. Okay, so uh remember I share with you the different types of investment I invested in. So one of the first investment that I invested in, which is the startup energy drink. Okay, so that investment I'll share with you. I didn't have to, but it was an option for me to invest in that company. And I could choose the different amount of money, so you get a different percentage of the share, right? So I chose to invest in that company. I put in over six figure. Okay, so more than 100K I invested in that company, right? So when I made the decision that I was going to invest in that company, and when I was about to wire the money, oh, I have fears, right? So I experienced something what Bob Proctor calls the terror barrier. Okay, if you have never heard about the terror barrier, a terror barrier is basically what I shared with you just now, that anytime when you're about to do something new, that you have this like anxiety, right? Like thinking, what if things go wrong? And then you just feel like the uneasiness. That's what we call the terror barrier. Okay, so when I was about to wire the money for the energy drink company, I hit my terror barrier. I did, right? And like, and I check with other people. I ask other people, like, because like I said, I was not a savvy investor in the beginning. I was not, right? So of course I asked the lawyer about, help me to check this contract. And I checked with also another a really good friend of mine who, been a savvy investor. And they all said that, hey, this type of investment is high risk, it's high reward, but it's high risk, right? Just so you know. And I'm like, yeah, yes, I know, right? So yeah, so I was like, I had to go through that, right? So then, but I did. I because I knew, like this happens all the time, because I've done this many, many times. Okay. So okay, so that's what I did. And I went out and wired it the money. Okay. So now, thank you for staying with me. Okay, so now I want to share with you my latest manifestation. Okay, so I just wanted to share a little bit about my thought processes and what I had to go through. And now I want to share with you. So, the movie that I shared with you that I invested in, that was 50K. So that movie, it's so cool. I just love how like everything is just all, you know, resonates. Okay. So think about this as a movie. Okay, so how movie starts. Okay, so how movies got produced is, first of all, someone had to think about an idea, right? Someone like the director, right, or the screenwriter, the filmmaker, right? Someone had to come up with a script in their mind. Like they had an idea, and then they're like, okay, I want to turn this idea into a movie, right? Or into a book or into whatever. Okay. So you see, what they did is they had an idea and it only happened in their mind. No one else could see, right? And then what happens? They put their idea on paper, right? So it becomes a script. Okay. And then after the script, they give it to the actor and actresses and they start to acting it out, right? And then that's how the movie is produced, right? So think about this. How people produce movies is actually a manifestation process. Exactly. Turning thoughts into things. Is it not? Yes? Right? I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, it's so cool. Like, I love it. Right? So the first movie that I invested in it was a smaller movie, okay, but man, like the director is so young. He's only 23 years old, okay, and so he started writing this idea in his mind in 2019. 2019 he started, okay, and then he started to look for investor in 2022, okay, and that's where I came in 2022. And then it wasn't the movie was produced in last year 2023, and then now 2024 the movie finally finished, okay, and so finished production. And now what he's doing, he actually went to a film festival actually last month in Texas, and start to getting what he's doing right now is to find submit into film festivals and see who wants to buy the rights to sell, and we're rooting him to go into the movie theaters. Okay, so I want to share with you. So that's my first movie win, and what I want to share with you. Okay, so again, just showing you my manifestations. And so this is, so when you invest in a movie, you become not all the time, but you get some rights. Okay, so when I invested in this movie, I became a executive producer. Okay, so with that said, now I'm not just an investor, I'm a movie producer. Okay, like it's just like mind blowing. Okay, that's why it's like, man, like manifestations. Like I never imagined I'll be a movie producer. Never. Like I was just wanting to become an investor. Okay, so so I want to show you. So this movie is finished with production. Okay, but now trying to find someone to we can actually sell it to the big screen. So you guys will be able to see it on the big screen in the movie theaters. But for now, I want to just share with you. Okay, so this is I took a screenshot because I was so excited, right? So this is at the end of the movies they have like produced by this and who so and so. Okay, so I took a screenshot of this and I just want to share with you guys. Okay, so this is, you guys can see. Yeah, okay, so let me show you. Oh, I touched it. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me show you again. So this is at the end of the movie. Do you guys see? Oh, hopefully you can see. Do you see? It says executive produced by my name here, Amy Lynn. Oh my God. Honestly, when I first saw it, I was just, I couldn't believe it. Like a movie producer. You see? It's like, that's why anything is possible. Like this is even beyond your imagination. Okay. So so this just came out and I was like, over the moon. I was so excited. And then yeah. But that's not the latest one. Okay, so that was just the first one, right? So this one I invested in 2022. And so last year, so the brand new one, this one, couple months, beginning of this year, 2024, beginning of this year. Okay, so my good friend Didi, right? She reached out to me and she said, "Hey Amy, like I have another investment opportunity for you." Okay, so every time when Didi calls me, I'm like, okay, like that's a whole different story. Okay, so whatever Didi share with me, I will always make it happen. Okay, because yeah, there's always amazing things come from that. Okay, amazing things. Okay, so then this time she's like, "Hey Amy, like this time the movie is gonna be huge. It's gonna be a Hollywood movie with." I mean, I kind of share already. Okay, tease you guys with the famous actor Al Pacino. Do you guys know who Al Pacino is? I mean, if you're from the US, like you must know Al Pacino. Okay, so Al Pacino, he was really famous from the movie The Godfather, right? Like the OG. Okay, so like when she said that, I was like, oh, okay. So to back it up, okay, so back it up. So when I the first movie I invested in is actually a kind of like a horror movie slash dark humor kind of thing, but I love the movie concept. Okay, so the first movie, you know, I'll put some information in the description below if you guys want to look at it. It's also on YouTube, right? So so that one is really cool. So that one is talking about choices in life. Okay, so when I first presented that opportunity in my mind, I'm thinking, wow, okay, I love the concept, right? But I think, you know, how cool would it be if I'm able to also want to be part of another movie, you know, in the future that talks about what I teach, right? Which is manifestation, mindset, and things like that. I think it would be so cool to be involved in a movie that, you know, resonate with me, and that's exactly what happened. So the movie with Al Pacino, okay, I'm gonna share with you. It's gonna be about a real. It's based off of a real story of. Ta-da! Let me show you. Okay, so this is a movie proposal, they call it. Do you guys see? The movie is gonna be called the Einstein calculus. Okay, you can see with the lights. Okay, so what this movie is going to be about is going to be about Albert Einstein. Oh my God. Okay, so as you know, like, you know, I study Albert Einstein, right? When he talks about the imagination, right? How imagination is the preview of life's coming attraction, right? There's so many quotes by Albert Einstein. Okay, so I'm so fascinated by Albert Einstein. Okay, so I literally attracted this opportunity about the movie about Albert Einstein. Okay, so what's gonna happen? So let me just share with you. So this movie is gonna so Al Pacino, okay, he's actually gonna be playing Albert Einstein. Do you see that? This is so cool. Like, don't they look like don't they look alike already? Yeah? Doesn't Al Pacino look like Albert Einstein? And their both names are start with L. Okay, I think that's so cool. Okay. So yes, so that's my latest manifestation is I'm gonna be the exec producer with Al Pacino to produce this movie about Albert Einstein. And this movie, because Al Pacino is a Hollywood star, movie star, it's a Hollywood. It's not like a I don't want to say it's more of a huge production, if you will. Okay, so it's a whole different level. And then as the executive producer, you know, depending on how the movie goes, then you know we'll get invited to, like, if we win the Oscar, right? Red carpet, Hollywood, and we all can also be invited to film production. So when they're filming the movie, you can actually go visit the set. You can talk to the director, the actor, and actress. Okay, so that is, to me, that's just like so cool. Like I never thought I would be, I don't know, working with, at least to be around celebrities and things like that, right? So, yeah, that was like, to me, I was so stoked learning about this manifestation, and also that this movie I literally manifested, because I was thinking I want to, to be invested in a movie that I resonate with, like when it comes to like, manifestation and things like that. So that's that. Okay, so the movie is gonna be in production this year, and hopefully by, I think, next year it will be done. Okay, so that is my latest manifestation that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay. Now, okay, at the end, I want to take any questions if you guys have any, right, around my manifestations and my, journey and things like that. But I also want to share I want to give you guys step by steps, right? So it's all about step by steps on what you can do to also manifest what you want. Okay, it's very important. Like, imagine me I was in real estate, right? How did a real estate agent, for example, ended up, working with Bob Proctor, right, the #1 teacher on human potential and success, had dinner with Bob, right, and now moving into movie production and now producing movies in Hollywood. Like, how does that happen? Okay. And I can tell you, it didn't happen by luck. It's not like, hey, Amy, you're a lucky girl. I know I did a video about that, but no, that was just kind of joking, right? It's not really, oh, because I'm the lucky girl. No. Okay. It's because I follow the same thing, the steps about manifestation, okay, that Bob taught me, okay, and then applied it. Okay. That's why I'm passionate about sharing with you guys. So if you apply it, guess what? You're gonna manifest things like my clients. I mean, I don't want to talk about my clients today, but same thing with my clients. They manifest all kinds of different things too, right? So you guys ready? Let me know if you're ready. I've been talking a lot, so let me drink some water, but let me know if you guys are ready. Give me a yes if you guys are ready. Yeah, Edwina is always ready. Yes. Hi, lovely. So good to have you on live. Yay, I'm excited for you for your manifestation. Yeah. Mm. All right. Okay. 6 steps. Okay. #1, it's going to be easy and then actionable. Okay. #1, always, always, always decide on what it is that you want. Okay. That's the first step. Knowing what you want. So that's like setting a goal, right? So in my situation, in my example, I wanted to become an investor, right? So that's #1. I wanted to become an investor. Okay, so decide on what you want. Okay, but the second part to this is important, is that do not get caught up on the how. Okay, very, very important. Do not get caught up on the how. Like when I say that I wanted to become an angel investor, I didn't get caught up with the how. Okay, so when it comes to manifestation, the how is not your job, right? The what is. Okay, so knowing what you want, having a goal, #1. Okay, essential. This is #1 to everything. Okay, #2, focus on what you want by affirming it every day or by looking at your goal every day. Okay, so I know Edwina knows, right? So she's been writing her affirmations daily, right? You're a champion, Edwina. Yeah. So you want to affirm it daily. Okay. So in my example, right, what I did, I created an affirmation which says, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm an angel investor and all my investments 10x ROI. Okay, so that's what I started affirming. Okay, so what happens when you're affirming, you're in that state, right? That's why it's important. Whatever you focus on expands, right? Everybody knows that, it's science. So if you every day you continue to focus on giving attention to affirming what you want, you can affirm your goal. It could be, earning $10,000. It could be having 10 clients. It could be, meeting the dream of your the soulmate. Whatever it is, okay, it works the same thing. The goal is to get your mind focused on that every single day. Okay. All right. That's number 2. You guys got that? Number 2. Number 3, you want to be in a receiving mode. Write that down. You want to be in the receiving mode. Okay. This is important because if you're not in the receiving mode, you're not going to receive it, right? You're going to pass the manifestations. You're going to pass the opportunities. Okay. So how do you be in the receiving mode? You want to align your frequency. Okay. And one action step to do this is create space. Okay. Let me see if I can show you guys. Create space. What do I mean by that? When I wanted to become an investor, and again, I encourage you guys to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about exactly what I do. I see it. See, yes, you can see my Google Drive. Oh, no, you don't see it, huh? Huh. That's interesting. Oh, you guys don't see it. Uh-oh. Let me know if you can see me. Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, never mind. I was gonna show you my what I do in the back, but I don't want to disappear on you. Okay, I think I'm back. Okay, you can see now. Okay, all right, never mind. I was gonna show you. Thank you. I was gonna show you my Google Drive, but it's okay. Okay, I don't know how this works. This is my first time doing YouTube Live. Okay, so create space. What does that mean? Okay, so I wanted to show you my Google folder. Okay, I was going to show you. So in my Google folder, what's a Google folder? I mean, Google Drive, right? So in my Google Drive, I have a folder that says investment deals. Maybe I can show you here. Investment deals. Okay. Okay. If you guys can see, do you see the top? It says investment deals. Okay. And then I have different folders. Remember I told you I have like 6, 7. So you see the top? Oh, here. I said investment deals. And then I created all these folders for my investment. Okay. So what you want to do is you wanted to start doing that too. There's a law called the vacuum law of prosperity. Please write that down. It's a law. Okay. It's called the vacuum law of prosperity. Okay. So what does the law says? The law says that if you create space for things, okay, nature abhors a vacuum. Okay. Anything you create space for, it will be filled. Okay. That's the law. So when I started affirming that I'm an investor, what does investors do? Investors invest, right? So I knew about this law. So what I did was I created a folder that says investment. When I first created that folder, there was nothing in it. Nothing. Okay. But guess what? Through this law, universe will help you to fill it. Okay. So as you can see, I just showed you just now, I have 7 things in there now when I started with nothing. Okay. So how can you apply this? Again, if you wanting to manifest money, what you want to do, you want to have a separate account. You can have a separate investment account, or savings account. Okay, that's a start. Okay, a separate one. And once you open it, the universe will fill it. Okay, and this is the same technique method that I told my clients. So I have a lot of clients who are realtors. So what they do is they have folders that says clients, right? Because they want clients. And then they will create a lot of folders within that folder of clients. And then they will be filled. Okay. So create space. So again, I'm just thinking about other things that maybe you want to manifest. If you want to manifest a love of your life, what you want to do is you want to clear out your closet, for example, right? And create space because you want to manifest someone into your life, right? So you need to create space for that person, for the energy to come in. Okay. Again, it's creating space. Yes, that's number 3. That's be in the receiving mode. Okay. Yes. Okay. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. Number 4, step 4, what you want to do. Now that you align your frequency, right, with what you want, you will start to attract opportunities to you. You will. It's the law, right? It's called law of attraction. If you align yourself with what you want, right, you can't help but to attract to you because that's the law of attraction. It's the law. Okay. So you will start to attract opportunities or people, resources, whatever, okay, to you. Okay. So number 4, when you start attracting these opportunities to you, remember the thing when you make a decision. Don't look at the outside. Don't think that, oh, but I've never done this, or what would my husband say? What would my wife say? What would blah 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 say? Don't think that. Okay. Just ask yourself, what do I want? Do I want this? Okay. So if an opportunity presents itself to you and it's aligned with your goal, okay, that's important. It aligns with your goal and your vision. Then you want to ask yourself, do I want it? Okay. If the answer is yes, make that decision. Okay. Once you make that decision, do not back out. Okay, because this is again how you're going to attract the resources, the help you need, the money you need. Okay, so same thing, when Didi came to me to wanting to invest in the movie with Al Pacino, this movie also needed to, the investment was more than 100K. Okay, again, I didn't have 100K just laying around. Right? Because my money is all working for me. Okay. So when this opportunity presented itself to me, I'm like, 100K. Okay. I know how this works, right? Okay. Do I want it? First thing, do I want it? Yeah, I think it would be really cool, to be an executive producer with Al Pacino. Come on. Like it's not an everyday thing you get to do that, right? Okay, I want it. Okay, now I got to make a decision. Okay. Within 2 months, I had more than 100K. 2 months, guys. And some of you might be asking me how. It doesn't matter the how. Okay, I'm telling you, once you make a decision, money will just come. Okay, but I did. Within 2 months, I came up with more than 100K. Right? Because I know how this works. So I'm telling you guys, I'm sharing with you guys, like if you just follow and do it, like miracles happen. Okay, so make that decision. Money comes from decision. Anything, write that down. Okay, number 5. Again, when you make that decision, fear, doubt, worry is going to come up. Okay, just know that. Your inner chatter, are you sure you've never done this? What if you lose all the money? What if this go wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's going to come up. Do not allow that to stop you. instead of thinking about the worst case scenario, I want you to think about the best case scenario, right? Because the mind is always telling you the worst case scenario. And that's the worst way of using your imagination, is worry about what things can go wrong. If you can think about how things can go right or how things can go wrong, why don't you think about if things go right? What if? What if this is beyond your imagination? What if? Right? Okay. So do not allow doubt, worry. They're going to come up, but don't allow them to stop you. Okay. So that's number 5. Number 5. All right. Number 6. Identity shift. Once you make the decision, once you attract the opportunity, once you take the action, right? You got to shift your identity, right? Like I had to start seeing myself as an investor, right? Like I said, I had to see myself as that. Okay. And then I asked myself, what do investors do? They invest, right? Right? I know it sounds so silly, but that's what they do. So a lot of my clients, for example, they wanting to like maybe leave their 9 to 5 job and start a business and get into a different industry, right? So then I asked them, okay, so if you wanted to go into produce music, let's just say, right? What do? They produce music. Then you start to create music. You see, so you gotta start embody and becoming the version of you who takes the action. So you got to shift your identity so it becomes permanent. You know, I always share about this example. Okay? It's kind of like, hey, you can become, for example, you can say that, hey, I don't smoke, right? That's something you don't do. Or, hey, I'm not a smoker. That's not who you are. You see, it's very different. What you do and who you're being is different. Okay, so make sure you shift your identity to who you want to be, right? I don't know, what your goals are, but what do you need to do? Okay, so, and that comes from be, do, have. Okay, you got to be, right? So how do you be? Well, first I decided I'm an investor, right? That's what I decided. So I had to be, how does that feel like to be an investor, right? And then get on the frequency. Then take the action, because this is now you will attract the opportunity and you take the action. Okay, now I got to invest, right? Okay. And then again, if you want to invest, it's not about having the resources. It's about resourcefulness, right? If you want it bad enough, investors, they always come up with money. Like Warren Buffett, like he, to this day, he has a lot of money, right? He has millions and billions of dollars. He doesn't use his money. He still raises money. Why? Because that's what investors do. Okay. And then investors, this is off topic, but it's important. Okay. If you want to also become investors, make sure you change your mindset around what debt is. Okay. A lot of people, I don't know, especially in the US, I guess, like they really think debt is a bad thing. Okay. But, according to the book, if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's good debt and there's bad debt. Okay. A good debt is leverage, and leverage is good debt. Bad debt is just spending money. Okay. No. So investing is leverage. Okay. So make sure you differentiate yourself between the two. Okay. And then once you be who you want to be, take the action, and then be, do, have. You'll have what you want. There you have it. Those are the 6 steps to manifest anything. I just came up with this because, I was thinking, okay, how did I manifest this? Right. And, this is a saying that goes back to Steve Jobs, right? He said that you don't know how you get to where you want to go, but you can only know by looking backwards, connecting the dots. So I was sitting here earlier today and I was connecting the dots. I'm like looking backwards. I'm like, okay, what did I do? Right? Number one, what did I do? I decide. Number two, I affirm. Number three, I became in the receiving mode. Number four, I attracted the opportunities. Number five, I overcame my doubt and worry and inner chatter, right? I have them too. Number six, I shift my identity to becoming the person I want to be. And there you have it. Those are the 6 steps. So now it's time for some Q&A. If you guys have any questions, type in the chat. You can ask me about anything about, again, my anything you want to know, mindset, manifestation, money, transformation, anything like that. That was good. I love this kind of formats because this is I'm used to doing like workshops and things like that. So this is more like workshop style. That's why it's 1 hour. Like with regular YouTube video, oh my god, this will take me forever to edit. Like my VA will edit like, oh. But I feel like these type of format, I'm able to share more because normally YouTube videos like 10 minutes. I mean, what can I share in 20 minutes? No way. Right? So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. We'll stay on for a little bit. If you have any questions around manifestation, and again, I in the beginning when we first started, I took some time to thank all of you for being here. It was never my goal to start a YouTube channel, never, because I know it's a lot of work, and it is. But this is one of the ways on how you can reach more people and have more impact. So that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. But I really hope that you guys learn something. I know there's tons of videos out there, so but it's important to not only learn the information, but to actually apply and have someone maybe guide you along the way rather than you figuring it out. So yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, then that's it. And again, I want to thank you for watching part of it, whole of it, and celebrating my latest manifestation. Oh, okay, we're not, yay. Oh, okay, good question. What kind of attitude to receive when opportunity comes? Absolutely. I mean, what would you do? Let me ask you, Edwina. So right now you're saying, hey, you need to imagine what attitude should I have, right? But let me ask you, if what your manifestation really came, how would you feel? Let me ask you, like, how would you feel if, for example, the money you want, the opportunities you want, like the life you want, everything that you want is actually manifesting? How would you feel? Right? So gratitude is a very common emotion, right? So a lot of people would say they will feel happy, right? That's why Bob Proctor, the affirmation uses, I'm so happy and grateful, because it encompasses all, right? You might feel excited. Yeah, right? You might feel excited. Some people might feel like relief. I know some people, depending on what their manifestation is, some people might feel, like they couldn't believe it. Some people maybe feel like relief, proud, right? But what I found is that most people would feel grateful, right? And they will feel happy, joy, right? Just imagine if your manifestation came true, how would you feel? Right? Happy, grateful, joy, excited. right? Yeah. So feel those feelings. Okay. So here's the thing. In order for you to receive those opportunities, you got to be on that frequency already, right? So for example, let's just say that you are ungrateful right now. Let's use the extreme, okay? Where if you are feeling I don't know, let's just say the lower vibration. Let's say you feel agitated, or you feel frustrated, you feel annoyed. Let's just say, like, oh, how come my manifestation hasn't come yet? This thing doesn't work. Okay, let's just say that. Do you think you're going to attract those opportunities to you? Yes or no? I mean, ask yourself that. Do you think that if you are feeling lower vibration, right? Like not believing, lack of faith, if you're feeling doubtful, you're feeling worried, do you think you'll attract those opportunities? Yes or no? No, thank you. Right? No. Because why? Because you're not on the same frequency. Remember? That's why I say, the frequency chart is so important, right? That's why Bob Proctor teaches, is the frequency. Like there's different levels, right? You're not on the same frequency. You're not going to attract it. That's why opportunities will pass you by, and then other people seem so lucky, right? They're not lucky. They're just on the same frequency. That's all. That's it. Like there's nothing to it. Just be on the same frequency, right? So then, going back to what you're saying, okay, then just get yourself on the frequency. If you feel excited and grateful, then feel excited and grateful majority of the time, right? Not every day. I mean, there's going to be days when you feel down and low, which is totally fine, right? So, like on this journey of personal development and manifestation, I used to think that, okay, I shouldn't feel frustrated. I shouldn't feel my sadness, my anger. I shouldn't, I should shovel those emotions. Actually, in the beginning, I did that, right? I didn't know. No, okay. So don't do that. You still feel those feelings. You feel the frustration. You feel all those lower emotion feelings. It's okay. You don't want to resist it, because what you resist persists. Okay? So don't shove it down. You just feel, right? But the difference, okay, here's the important part. The difference is you don't dwell in it for days and weeks and months. That's the only difference, right? So the old me, or, a lot of time my clients, what they used to do is they dwell in it, right? The downward spiral, like, oh man, like I did this, blah, blah, blah. And they beat themselves up. And then it's just like, you see downward spiral. And then they're in that funk, if you will, for weeks, months. If you're in that funk for weeks and months, what do you think you're going to manifest? Right? Makes sense, right? So what you want to do is feel those feelings, feel those emotions, but not too long, right? So do feel them, but maybe you want to feel them for maybe a day, maybe a few hours, right? Next morning, you wake up, you're fine. So you see, you shorten the time of being in the funk, if you will. If that makes sense. Yeah. Good question. Yeah. So you see all these nuances, like, that's why it's like, if you didn't have someone to guide you, how would you know? Right. So I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know until I had a coach myself, right? Because all these nuances, like, how do you know? You see, so good question. All right. Any more questions? For some of you that maybe just hopping on, maybe you missed my, huge announcement. That's okay. You can always watch the replay. But I do, want you to also take away with some action steps. Okay. You're welcome, Edwina. I'm glad. You see, the person who asks questions, you get the answers. Okay. With that, thank you everyone for coming on. Whether you're live or catching the replay, and hope you enjoy. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.